Podcast, episode 315 for Wednesday, April 3rd, 2019. This is Brian.
Yes, you are. I'm Lisa, in case anybody wondered. Go ahead, tell your joke.
Well, there's been a lot of stuff in the news lately. I don't know if you caught this. I know every morning the first thing you do is you read the news and you get caught up on what's going on in the world.
Just want to see if it's safe to get out of bed.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not.
I don't know if you saw this. This was kind of further back in the news. Okay. It was not a page one event.
Okay.
The police just recently arrested the Energizer Bunny. Let's just stop right there. The police arrested the Energizer Bunny.
Okay.
He's charged with battery.
Anything with the Energizer Bunny is just funny.
That's good, right?
He's cute. So Brian and I have had a thing the last couple days. We really don't call each other by our first names, and I started calling him Brian, and he started thinking he was in trouble.
Out.
It's like
guys, you know this, right? They call you by your first name, going down.
You swore on the podcast. Justin's gonna have to bleep that out.
Well, that's what it feels like. You go, Brian. I'm like, oh no.
Last time I checked, it's your name.
Well, yes, but last time I checked, you hadn't used it more than once a month in the last 5 years.
So now you're afraid you're
in trouble?
And
when you use it 4 times in like one morning, I know I did something wrong, or I'm about to do something wrong. I just don't know it.
Okay. It's been kind of fun. Right, Brian?
It is. It's not fun. It's not fun.
So it's sort of like when you were little and your mom would use like your full name.
Yeah, first name, last name,
middle name. Yeah.
Yeah, my mother actually did.
Justin Michael.
First name, middle name, no. That's what it was.
Brian Patrick, no.
Yes. Yeah, that was my name. I thought that was my name for a while because apparently I kept doing all sorts of stuff wrong. Brian Patrick, no.
Okay.
Anyway.
Good to know. Anyway.
So that was a good joke. You liked that. You laughed. That's the best response we've had in a while.
I think ever. So it's the only funny joke you've ever had. That's awesome. Look, we're on a roll, people.
All right.
So what do you need to do? Send in more Energizer Bunny jokes.
Now we're good on Energizer Bunny for like a year. Anyway.
Then you replace the battery?
Then it's time for a recharge. Anyway.
We have some exciting news.
I thought this week we would hit a product that's not necessarily new.
Okay.
It's been around a long time. It's tried, it's proven, tested.
Tried and true.
Okay. Solid product, and we just haven't talked about it a lot lately. There's not a lot of turnover in models, colors, variations. It happens, but not a lot because the colors are all pretty good.
Okay.
What am I talking about?
I don't know. See, that's funny.
I want to talk about Edison pens.
Yes. And what's the number one thing we love to say about Edison pens?
This is the modern version of the Edison pen, not the vintage version that was made in St. Petersburg.
Wrong. Try again.
Well, there was an old Edison pen company back in the 20s. But
what's one of the things that makes this company different?
Made in the USA.
There you go. Made in the USA, in Milan, Ohio. In fact, we drive past it on the way to several
We've never stopped. It's always...
We tried once, and I think Andrea was taking Andrew to school, and we just couldn't connect. And then we were still on the way back from a show and just couldn't wait forever. So
basically there are 3 models.
Correct.
And within each model, there are a number of colors. There's a total of 10 different pens in the series. And this is the Edison, it's the production line. It's not the signature line. So basically there are 10 colors, and anything outside of that
is custom.
It's part of the signature line, and that goes directly to Brian Gray.
The production line is what is available through retailers and through retailers only. So these models in these colors, you cannot get direct from Edison. You have to get through a retailer. And it's the Collier,
Collier,
the Beaumont, and the Pearlette.
Pearlette.
So let's start with the Collier.
The Collier is the big bad boy of the family.
It is. It is the biggest of the pens, and this one does not post.
It does not design to post.
Well, only once.
It's yeah, right. It's got a nice girth to it. It's big and fat, and actually capped. It's roughly size of a 149, a Sailor King pen. It's a pretty big, beefy pen.
But it's not heavy in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, these acrylics are fairly light.
But gorgeous.
Number 6 size nib.
Correct.
They're threaded. It's a cartridge converter. All the production line pens are cartridge converters. So international comes with a converter. But these nib units are threaded, just like their standard number 6 Yovo nibs. You can pull them out. You can
Bob's
clean
your
it
uncle.
easily. Bob's your uncle.
I just love that saying.
Nice thing too, they come in steel nibs or optional 18 karat nibs,
Correct.
including some really unusual nib grinds in the 18 karat.
Yes.
Double broad, oblique double broad, some really cool things.
Sorts of crazy stuff. Now, the nibs come in either a single silver tone or a two-tone, and what goes in the pen depends on the trim.
Yep.
So if it's a pen that has silver trim, you get the single-tone silver nib, silver-colored steel nib, and if it is a gold trim, then you have the two-tone.
Two-tone, yep. So nib matches trim. So,
Which is a nice touch. Not every
Yeah.
brand does that, and so sometimes you've got gold trim but a silver-looking nib. That always bothered me.
yeah. So Collier, 4 different colors. You've got the tried and true, the antique marble, which has been around since we started carrying Edison. It's a great. How would you describe this color? It's an orangey, grayish, reddish.
I'm enjoying your
Help
description.
me out
No,
here.
this is way more fun. This is definitely kind of fall colors. Imagine fall leaves. Definitely an orangey, grayish. What were you saying? Brownish.
Yes.
Very much a fall color.
It's a great color. Really a great color.
Beautiful. The most popular is the persimmon swirl.
Persimmon swirl, yep.
And the first time I saw this, I just thought this was gonna bomb. I will confess that. I didn't think that as many people would buy it as they do. And it is by far the most
Yep.
popular. Really, really a bright orange, gorgeous. You're not
Swirly,
gonna
yep,
lose this
yep,
pen.
yeah. The antique marble is probably the second best seller.
Yes.
Then we've got the burnished gold, which is kind of I would describe it as a kind of a velvety olive. Did you call that olive? Looks like velvety little micro sprinkles almost.
Micro sprinkles.
It's a new technical term in the pen industry.
It's got some depth, but it at first glance you're not sure. Like, oh, it's a brown pen. It's a black
It's
pen.
dark.
What
It's a
is
dark
it?
pen, but as you rotate
It's
it,
definitely got depth. It's very interesting. It's very discreet and subtle. There you go.
jeez. And then the fourth one is the blue steel, which is a very nice dark
Really
blue, really
pretty.
pretty. I mean, one of the things I like about Edison is and some people don't like this, but I like it. They use the old school of engraving on the barrel. So name and Edison Pen Company, Collier. So they use the model number on the barrel, just like they used to do back in the 20s and 30s and 40s.
Oh yeah, look at that.
So it's
I'm just messing with you
yes, you
because
are.
I can.
So anyway, so Collier, number 6 size, largest. Next up
Doesn't post.
is the Beaumont,
Now-
which is also number 6.
Correct. This is my favorite pen.
I like this one a lot.
Several years ago, I was the president of the Pen Collectors of America, and when my tenure as president was up, I received a pen and I got to choose, and I chose the Edison Beaumont. I got mine in special color since it was a special thing.
Special deal,
but I love the Beaumont. I love that it's a flat top and a flat bottom. I just prefer that look.
Looks like an old Shafer flat top almost.
Yep.
Posts well.
This is my favorite size. Fits my hand perfectly. I love the colors. I have several.
This one's great. I like this. This is the amber glass. It's really, really pretty sweet color.
Now the Beaumonts have had a couple different, 3 or 4 different sets
It's the third
of
set, I think.
colors.
Yep.
And so we've got the amber glass.
Kind of almost like a honey. It looks like amber. It looks like,
It does,
I
very
keep looking for bugs, and wouldn't that be fun if you just put a bug in there somewhere?
That's creepy.
Well, be neat, like on the side of the cap.
Okay.
I don't know. Unicorn,
The unicorn
which is pink and blue and
aqua and
Polar,
matches
pink and blue,
the
aqua.
Knock pen case. What's this one?
Twilight Embers.
Twilight Embers. This one's really pretty. It's kind of a brownish, bluish. I'm just imitating you.
It's a bluish gray.
Yeah,
Grayish
it's
blue.
a dark like a navy with gray and tan. Really, really pretty.
Swirls that are kind of orangey,
Again,
reddish.
a lot of depth when you look at it. All right, so my second favorite of the Edisons, because of the size, and I really do like the shape, although I like a flat end better, the Pearlette. Also a smaller pen. This one does have a number 5 nib,
Yep.
so you cannot swap the nib between the Pearlette and any of the other production models. It does post. I don't consider that it posts all that well. I really don't post mine. But it comes in, Brian has the Canyon Trail, which is
it sort of posts.
a dark brown,
You can get it on there.
pebbled, speckled.
This
kind
reminds
of-
me of the Delta Fusion 82.
Yes, yes.
Came in a material very similar to this, and all the Deltas of that era. There was
Speckled.
the Unicas and all the ones that had that kind of, I refer to it as my walking on the moon material, because that's what I envision if I were on the moon. That's what it would look like.
Okay. Sonoran Sunset, which is
Okay, Lisa.
a really, really pretty, coppery, swirly, full of depth.
Coppery, swirly, full of depth.
And then the Azure Skies, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous turquoise. Really, really pretty.
That one's the nicest, I think.
In fact, we've been carrying Edison for quite a long time. We even did our own exclusive 1 year.
Yes, we did. Yes, a long time ago. I had to think about that, but yes, the bulb fillers. Oh my goodness.
In that cracked
The cracked ice, and
Yep.
then there was an ebonite.
an ebonite.
Yep.
That was really, really pretty.
Yep.
So we are certainly big fans. And why are we? We're talking about a product that's been around that maybe has been eclipsed by all the new trendy,
Latest, greatest, trendy,
greatest,
whatever.
hottest whatevers that come in and out. But it's been a tried and true product for many years. Consistent quality. I love that it's a family business.
Mm-hmm.
And what else is cool about Edison?
It is now going to be in our Chicago store.
Woo.
So we are doing an Edison event on this Friday
April
down in
5th.
Chicago, April 5th. Yep. Pretty much from about 11 o'clock to
11 to 4.
to 5:30. And so we'll have all the Edison pens there. Well, they'll be there, so we can leave whenever. So, but
That's true.
11 to close, whatever. We'll have all the pens there, including 18 karat nibs and all sorts of good stuff. So come on down and check them out.
Try them out. We'll have some testers, but just really, really gorgeous pens. This will be the first time that they've been in any store in Chicago, so we're excited to be able to do that launch and bring a new line to our store and to the city of Chicago. So check it out.
So awesome. I want to do a quick shout out before I forget.
Okay.
So last week I got this sort of unexpected package in the mail.
After a rather cryptic text.
It wasn't a text, actually. I got the shipping notification. So I wasn't sure I was supposed to receive that, but I want to do a shout out to my buddy Jason for sending me this ridiculously cool coffee mug, which actually, after further analysis, there's a bottle of ink here that's spilling out onto the table.
They're little black cats.
And they're little black cats that are running out.
Oh, you do need that. And I think the
need that.
shipping notice said you need this or something like that.
Yeah, something you require. And And the bottle is actually, if you look at it and you look at the font on the ink bottle, is actually a bottle of Pilot ink.
Oh, that's cool.
So yeah,
That's really cute.
Special thanks to my buddy Jason for sending that over. That's just adorable. So anyway, more pens.
More pens.
So
Okay, go.
we've been talking a lot about vintage lately.
Yes.
The number one thing. Get on the mailing list. Friday mornings, we send out the mailer.
Yes.
They go pretty crazy.
Pretty quickly.
So
And my concern is still that you are still finding pens that are pretty much ready to go, pens with stickers, pens that you did years ago, and I'm still a little concerned and confused as to what exactly we have down there.
don't worry about it.
Don't you need to go
This is not your
somewhere
concern.
for like a day so I can go see
Nothing
what the heck
you
is
need to worry
down there?
about.
Okay, Brian. Don't make me spell it wrong.
So lately, I try to mix it up. Number one, we can't always do, we have so many snorkels and touchdowns and so many Esterbrookes. And while we could...
Yes, we do.
I could just restore Esterbrookes for the next 4 or 5 months and never touch another pen. That gets a little boring. I like to mix things up a little bit. I like to do other pens because I write with every single one of these.
So that's why the boxes never seem to get empty, because you do 3 of these, 3 of these, 3 of these, and
Right.
okay.
But I try to throw, Esterbrookes are always popular, so I always try to get some of those in every week or every other week. But I got kind of into this kick, and I'm not sure how I got there, but I decided we're going to start doing some Shafer balance. And I love Shafer balances.
They're pretty.
They're great pens. I found some really, really awesome pens. Oversized balance. Look at that thing.
Let's see, by find, he means he was digging in one of the boxes on one of the shelves in our basement.
It's almost as big as a Collier, for heaven's sakes. It's like 149 size almost. Really, really great pens. Visualated sections. This pen's 80 years old, for heaven's sakes. It's great size.
I love to see how you geek out over this stuff.
Well,
It's really fun.
telephone dialer balance, full size, for hitting on your rotary phone.
Does that work on your cell phone now?
I don't know. I could probably retrofit it and put a
Stylus?
stylus on the end. That would be disgusting.
No.
But the cool thing about balances is where Parker with their Vacuumatic did the stripes going, that way. Shafer did them however you describe that. For the people who are listening to this, they're probably wondering what the heck I'm talking about.
Horizontal.
Horizontal. All right. Is that the term? Shafer did them lengthwise, which actually I kind of like the aesthetic. I think it's pretty nice. But carmine red, isn't that pretty? I just love that color.
That is pretty. And how do you tell the difference between a carmine red and a rose glow?
Well, you'll probably never see a rose glow, so if you see one, it's carmine red. Rose glow's got a little bit. It's a lighter. It's not quite as bright a red, and it's more pinkish with gray. There's gray stripes in it. And I do have a set that I restored. It's a rose glow Shafer Junior set, rhodium trim. Restored it, was getting ready, and then I noticed there's a crack in the cap.
No.
So
Discount.
I didn't really want to sell something with a crack, but
Right.
But anyway, they came in all sorts of great. Look at this. These guys are coming up this week. Gray marble Shafers. Ebonized pearl, basically rodden before anybody.
Before it was rotten.
At least in the West. Really nice patterns. Here's another carmine red, but in the
You
longer.
almost said rose glow.
No.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Carmine red.
But
when in doubt, go with carmine red.
Got some great things. There's going to be a gray stripe. There's brown stripe. We also have some. I've got some more touchdowns. Look at this cute little tuck away. It just kind of goes in your pocket like that. Get this tiny little clip. Touchdown, but it's got this big fat conical nib with the visualated section. So good stuff. Balances this week. Going to be quite a number of them. If you like Shafers, there's some good ones. Oversized. Did I mention oversized balance? What a
I think
great
you did.
pen. One of my favorite pens.
That is going up for sale, not in your pocket.
Yeah.
Correct?
I've already got one of these. Actually, I've got two. And some of these are like kind of user grade. The nibs are perfect. The nibs are all tuned. What?
You have two?
Yes, I have two.
How many do you need?
Two. So some of these are kind of user grade. There's nothing wrong with them. There's no cracks, but they maybe have some brassing on the trim or something like that. So you don't have to worry about, pristine, keeping something pristine, and priced accordingly, of course. So.
You have 2?
Yeah, 2. I got 2.
All right.
Yeah, they're great. Love them.
All right.
I could have 5 if I wanted. Anyway, next up, paper. You want to talk about some paper? We're going to talk about paper.
Paper. All right.
Help me out here.
ProFolio, the Anywhere Journal. This has been discontinued by Itoya. So we only have a couple left. These are great. These are amazing.
Made by Zequins.
Terrific paper, sewn in binding. I love to do, it's sewn in there. I do it all the time. Gorgeous color. You're not going to lose this thing.
Yeah, it's a nice color.
These are blank.
Blank only.
The only way they came.
Yep.
But the fun part is these fold.
Yep. They lay flat.
Yeah.
They're really, really
These
nice.
are really great.
They're great for sketching.
Kind of sad to see them go.
Yeah, I like the color. Wish they made them in lined, but they didn't, so there you go, blue.
Lined is my thing because I scrawl all over the paper.
3 sizes, small, medium, large. Next up.
All right, next up, go.
These guys, we've talked about them before. These
Brian
are awesome. I love
loves
these things. In fact,
Do you have one?
I do have one in my pocket. Perforated pages, petite journals. And they have the cutest little saying on the front.
Well,
Oh, mine's different. They must have changed it. Mine's got a little
Let
saying down
simple and old-fashioned traditions stay with you while ordinary things have been disappearing in the world.
here. Oh, mine's different. Mine says, let simple and old-fashioned myself stay with you. And then
Myself?
yeah, and then on the bottom it says gratitude for you. So it's got some interesting translation
Myself?
on the front. Myself, yeah. Let simple and old-fashioned myself stay with you.
Well, you are
I don't know.
simple
I
and
love these things.
old-fashioned.
I've used this one for quite a bit. You can see by looking at it that it's been used.
Well used.
But it's not falling apart. You can fold it up. You can do all sorts of great things.
These have great paper.
Fountain pen
These are
friendly, of
terrific.
course. It doesn't
I like
really
the
bleed
little
through.
Ones.
Well, I like the smaller ones myself. This one's a little bit. This is not big.
Does it fit in your
Yeah, it does. It fits in the big one even fits in
size?
the jacket pocket. But.
All right.
So anyway, these are cute. They're super cheap. $1.50, $2 a piece.
Big ones are $2. The small ones are $1.50.
No, at least it works that way and not the other way.
Brian.
And last but not least,
Oh my God, I love these.
These have been real popular lately. The Oasis notebook.
These are
And
fantastic.
it has the most interesting ruling, isn't it?
Yes.
It's like this dot lined
Grid.
date thing going on.
It's just so versatile. They come in, you've got the brick red,
Brick red.
the green, and then the charcoal, which in Chicago is by far the most popular.
Yeah. Nice cover.
Sorry. Yeah, these are great.
3 sizes.
Amazing Japanese paper.
So the small is
And
a little bit bigger than the large petite
Really
journal.
a good value. The medium size is $10, the small is $7, and the large is $12.
Yeah, when I get done with some of my paper, I'm going to get one of these.
I want the large one. I like a bigger notebook. I just need more room to.
I like you can put the date on there. So if you wanted to make it your daily to-do and you want to keep a track of your to-dos, you could do that with this.
I could give you a daily to-do.
You usually do.
That'd be awesome.
No,
But they need to make a bigger one.
They
then.
lay flat. Good. Oh my goodness. Well, go away.
These
we done
are
yet?
fantastic.
Thanks for
All
joining
joking
us.
aside,
Join
these
us
are
next week for more talk of Lisa telling me to.
Excuse me?
All right, next up.
80 sheets. These are fantastic. All joking aside. Amazing notebooks.
All right, so we hit pens, we hit paper.
Yep. What else is
And
left?
along the Japanese line, the Sailor Four Seasons 20 ml bottles are finally in.
Mm-hmm.
We just got them in this week. So for all the colors that are out on the 50 ml, we have them in 20 ml now. So we have the Yamadori. Yes, the price is more. Yes, the price is more per milliliter. So I know there's going to be somebody who's going to yell at me for that, but
We didn't have a choice.
we didn't do it.
You can either deal with the 20 mil or not have Yamadori ever again.
I want Yamadori, so
Yeah. It wasn't our choice. We fought hard to keep the larger bottle, but it does ship easier.
yeah. So those are all in stocks, all the Four Seasons, all in 20 mil.
Yes.
So not much more to say about that.
There you go.
We got some events in Chicago. We're going to mention real quick.
I'm excited. Can I go to some of these?
You can, absolutely. Sailor, April 29th. What day is that?
Monday.
It's a Monday. Thank you. You might actually come with me on that one.
I might.
Yes.
It is the Monday before the Chicago Pen Show.
Yes.
So it's the week of the Chicago Pen Show. We will be at the Chicago store with our rep, Scott Hammer, who is a dear friend. Love him. Can't wait to see him. And then
We're gonna have something very, very, very special, which we are not going to announce until right before. Something nobody else has. It's going to be on the shelf.
I think
One. But
One.
nobody in the Midwest has this.
Nobody. So
So-
we're excited to be able to have all of these Sailor pens for you to come and play with, and a launch of something really cool.
Really, really big.
Never seen before in the Midwest.
Not in the
We could say
Midwest.
that.
We can say that.
There you go.
So.
All right, what else?
So then that week, we'll just roll into the Chicago Pen Show at the end of that week. And
Out in Hoffman Estates.
Hoffman Estates, right? And then the following Monday, May 6th,
Yes.
the Sconti event with Coles of London. Now, I'm sure Michael's going to call me a couple times, but he's promised me there's going to be something special going on for the event. I don't know what it is. He just won't tell me. So,
Well, we've just confirmed that we're actually going to drive in. Michael's going to drive in with us. We did that last year. It was a blast, so I'm looking forward to that again.
so awesome.
And then,
May 16th and 17th, which is the following week, which I believe is a Thursday, Friday,
okay.
a pilot event with John Lane
Oh my
in
God.
Chicago.
Can I come to that?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, so you can hit all of these.
Yes.
So that'll be good. So we'll have Maquille and we'll have all sorts of interesting things, and who knows whatever John can scare up. So rumor, fingers crossed, 100th anniversary Yukaris with clips.
That'd be cool.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So
What else?
speaking of pen shows,
Pen shows.
Atlanta Pen Show is this week.
Yes.
We are not going.
We are not going. It is Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It is a fantastic show.
Good show.
We are not doing Atlanta this year or Raleigh at the end of May into June. Just quite honestly, too many other things going on with Chicago and here. And honestly, we could use a little break.
Yeah, I'm a little burned out.
We've done
So
over 100
we've
shows.
Done a lot of traveling in the last
Yeah.
6 months even. So
But Atlanta and Raleigh are both on the East Coast, so we do see a number of people at several shows on the East Coast. You've got Philly and Baltimore,
DC, Long Island.
Raleigh, Long Island, DC. So a lot of the same people we will see. We will be in Chicago and we
course.
will be in DC.
Yep. So
And we're working on planning out the rest of the year after that. Part of it depends on what's going on in Chicago and
yep.
a bunch of other things.
So there
There you go.
I think that's it.
Mailing list.
Mailing list. I already mentioned it.
We'll do it again.
Mailing list.
You
Sign
did
up for the mailing
so
list.
well last time.
At the bottom of every page on the website. We send out a mailer on Tuesdays and vintage mailer on Fridays these days. So,
We do.
But that's it. So thanks so much for joining us. Be sure to tune in next week for more talk about pens, ink, and paper.
Follow our blog for news, ink reviews, and all sorts of other fun things, including, did you see the April Fool's post?
I did see that.
Wasn't that adorable?
I got 2 bottles of that.
Emperor's Blue?
Emperor's robe.
Emperor's Robe.
Emperor's
All
Robe.
right. Sorry. All right.
Yeah, 2 bottles. I didn't want it to run out. I hear they're upping the price and making the bottle smaller soon. So
My God. Enough with that already.
check us out on social media, Sanders and Pens.
And don't forget, we have a store in Chicago. It's on the first floor of the Palmer House Hilton and open 7 days a week.
Chicago,
Go in
Yep.
and check out the new Dream Team. We just added 2 people to our staff down there. So we've got quite the lineup of fun, knowledgeable staff members down there. Go check them out. Ask a lot of crazy questions, make them work.
Chicago.andersonpens.com.
Don't forget to like this video, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to the YouTube channel.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye.